Hello everyone, it's Robin the Delta Crafter, and I want to thank you for joining me for another video on my YouTube channel. Today's video is just a little bit different. Instead of showing you a card technique or making a card on my video, I'm going to be giving you a little bit of the behind the scenes of the Delta Crafter craft room. To the right of me at my main workstation, there's always a craft cart that I have. I have it loaded up with all sorts of goodies that help me be able to create my cards. So I thought I'd give you a tour of my craft cart. Let's go. So like I said, just to the right of me is this craft cart that I have curated with all of my most used and most loved craft products. This is a Rascog cart that I spray painted because when I went to get the cart, IKEA is where you get the Rascog cart from. They had just recently changed their colors and they no longer offered this like teal color cart. They had gone with some, I guess, some more earthy tones. So I just took one that was cream and I spray painted it and got it to be the color that I wanted it to be. So let's take a look at the 3 levels of this cart. So as you can imagine with most crafters, the things you want that you reach for the most, you want right at arm's length and right at your eye level. So this top of my cart is chock full of all the things that I use on a regular basis. So we're going to start over here, I guess on the left, and kind of go through what's in the cart. It's kind of tough to roll on carpet, but I can make it work. So again, this is a Rascog cart that I got from IKEA, and these little cups that I have hanging on the side are also from IKEA. They have a little hook there, and they're perfect for hanging on the side of the cart. So I have 4 of these, and this one is filled with some of my brushes, a lot of my paint brushes that I use for watercoloring and perfect pearls and things like that, all different kinds of brushes. So I have those brushes over here on the left because this side of the cart is furthest away from me, and so these are things that I use, but they don't get used as often as the things that are on the right hand side of the cart. So that's in there. I got this makeup brush that I use to kind of dust things off. I have a hole punch that I use to punch holes for my ink blending swatch book. And then I have a few of the Zig Clean color markers. I don't have many of these, and so I just have them hanging out here. And then this is a bottle of gesso. When I do Bible journaling, I sometimes will gesso the page in order to prep the page for whatever I'm going to do. In this cup over here is a lot of things that either are extras, like some extra Faber-Castell Pit Artist pens. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the shaking and moving. Some extras of those. Some glitter watercolors that were given to me by a friend, and then an extra long brush, and then just a little notepad there. So that's on the cups on the left-hand side of the cart. In the main compartment is where like I house my most needed and loved goodies. So this compartment right here, I have my Distress Sprayer Water Mister right here to the right. I have my Sizzix little brush here that helps me get all the parts and pieces out of my intricate dies. That's in here. I have my snips for snipping my dies apart when you get new dies. I have a Xyron sticker maker. I don't use this as much, but anymore, so I might be able to find a better home for this. Some of the things that you're going to see in the cart are things that are remaining in this cart from when I used to have this cart loaded up for more of my planning and my Bible art journaling. So like all of these paper clips and things over here that are in these magnetic cups, those are all from when I was doing, use this cart for my planning. I don't use the cart as much for my planning anymore. I've kind of trimmed down a lot of the things that I use for planning. But I just left some of these things here because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. I've got some cotton swabs here that I can use for color ink blending. I got my Misty Corners, a circle, no, this is a corner rounder. My Old Faithful corner rounder, in case I want to round my corners on my cards. I have some Post-it tape. I love using this for masking and just marking off some of the pages and things that I want to do, or holding things in place. I have some Post-it notes, some little flags. And I like having Post-it notes around because I like to put Post-it notes on the back of my cards that I'm making so I can like make notes of what inks I use, what stamps and products I use. So when I'm going to do a blog post or make a video or anything like that, I just have all that information right there at my hands. And then some other stickers. Again, some of this stuff is left over from planning. I kind of really need to go through this and kind of get this stuff in shape. What is it? Oh, a gift card that that's been used, so now I can use that to spread things around. And then it's another little notepad there. So that's kind of these first couple of sections. Then I have a big bottle of glossy accents. I have a removable adhesive little tape runner here. So if I need to position something in my Misty while I'm stamping on it, I will use this to hold it down. I have some of this Zig 2-in-1 or 2-way glue with the wide head brush applicator. And then my ATG gun. This thing has been with me for a long time, and I love her. So I keep her right here close to me as well. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, that's it. I have my, down here somewhere, another Misty Corner, the big long one. Got that one sitting over here. Then I'm gonna move this out of the way. We move back to the next section. Let me back up just a little bit. I have little containers in here. So these are just like little Rubbermaid containers that are from the dollar store that I've used and kind of lined those up in here to hold things and compartmentalize things so that stuff is not just like rolling around everywhere all over the place. And then I have another long bin in here that houses a lot of the papers and things that I use. So I've got a couple of lacquer pens that come in some of my Hero Arts, my monthly hero kits in here. And then this bin right here is where like majority of the things that I use and go to our house. All on this side over here is pre-cut paper for my panels. So, and there's different kinds of paper. So there is foam. I have some pre-cut foam here. I have white foam, black foam. I believe this is this Bristol paper? No, this is Bristol Smooth. This is Bristol Smooth. I think this is, I'm not sure what kind of paper this is, but it's something. I also have a couple of pieces of black cardstock already pre-cut to my A2 card panel size. And then I have a ton, and I have a bunch more, of Nina Classic Crest Solar White panels already pre-cut right here at the ready for me to pull from. Having these panels and the card bases already pre-cut, folded, and ready to go is a lifesaver. It saves me so much time and energy. I don't have to spend trying to cut that stuff down and when I'm ready to craft. I have some red card panels, some craft color panels, and then this is Yupo paper. And then I have some acetate as well. And then I have a couple of pieces of, or a package of Taylor Expressions black panels. And then I have another pack of Yupo paper back here. I'm sorry, this is not Yupo paper. This is Craft Plastic by Graphiques. And so then let's move to this side. So I have a couple of like scrapers, thin scrapers that are ready, sitting there and ready to go. These are just some random scraps. Then I have my package of acetate, embossable acetate. So this is heat resistant acetate. I have that right here ready to go. And then this section right here are my card bases. So here's the card panels on this side. Here are the card bases. And I have, this is Accent Opaque 120 pound paper. And I have them folded in side opening. Ooh. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. And then top folding as well. So I have those already folded and prepped. And I've talked about this before, how I take my reams of paper to a local office supply store and I have them cut the paper down for me. I have them cut my Accent Opaque paper down to, I take a portion of it and have them cut it hot dog, and then I take a portion of it and have them cut it hamburger. And then one day while I'm watching some Netflix or something, I'll just sit here and with my scoreboard, which is also right down here, I will just sit and score up a bunch of these card bases. So then I have a bunch of these already ready to go as well. And so these are side folding white. These are side folding black. I have top folding white and top folding black. And for A2 size. Now, if I do any other size card than A2 size, then I usually have to make those because I don't make other sizes as much. So I don't mind spending the time just making that card if I'm going to do a slim line or a mini slim line or a 5x7 or anything like that. I'll just make those bases as I need them. Then I have a couple of paper pads back here from scrapbook.com. I have the Sherbert and the Brights. I need to use those. Oh, and I do have a couple of, I guess a couple of mini slim lines. No, these are mini slim line panels, card panels. And then, are these the bases? This is foam. And then maybe this is a base. All right, so that's what's there. Then on this side, I have my acrylic blocks. I have 4 different sizes of acrylic blocks over here. And normally what's right here is my ink blending swatch ring. And it's over on my other desk because I'm doing some planning for some future cards. So I have that all over there. And then behind here, let me see if we can get behind here. So behind the Yupo paper and behind the acrylic blocks and everything, I have a couple of homemade sticky mats. So what this is a Cricut craft mat. And I've taken that craft mat and I've cut it down into a size that fits inside my MISTI. And then when I need something to be on a sticky mat, then I stick it on this. And then behind that, I have some baby wipes. We all need baby wipes in a craft room. some plates, because if I'm doing any type of painting, these are paper plates. Any type of painting with anything, I like to squeeze it out on paper plates, and then I just throw the paper plate away, and that makes for quick cleanup. And then behind that, I have my Stampin' Up! Stamp Scrubber pad. Love that thing. I've had that for quite a while, over like maybe even 2 decades now. And then my refill of my Misty paper pads. I have my T-ruler. And I think with the T-ruler, that pretty much... Oh, my brayer. And an extra pair of Cutter Bee scissors. These things. Oh, man, I love these scissors. All right, so that's everything that is on the top main compartment. Now let's take a look at the top. Ooh, making a mess here. Sorry guys for all the movement and stuff. Let's talk about what's on the right-hand side. So this cup is the cup that is closest to me. So you can see it's jam-packed with all kinds of things that I use regularly. So I have about 4 pairs of scissors in here. I have both of the Tim Holtz scissors. So I have the, well, 2 of them. I have the big ones and then the medium size. I don't have the teeny tiny baby ones. I have, pull this closer. I have another pair of just regular scissors. These are coated, so Teflon, I think, coated so things don't stick to them. What is that? Titanium. And then I have another pair of the Cutter Bees. I have jelly roll pens, paint pens, pencils, mechanical and regular. More paint pens, just all kinds of things that I need. Glitter, Wink of Stella pen, my poker, just all kinds of things that I use on a regular basis. My jewel picker that I need to have right at the ready. And I really, really try hard to put everything back right here in this cup, bone folder, because I know these are things that I go for quite often, so I know they should be in this cup. And then in this last cup, I have my heat gun, a couple of pens that I use for props sometimes with the big jewels on the end, and then some palette knives. So that's pretty much everything at the very top of the cart. Now it's time to move to the second row. So on the second row is where I go have things that again, I don't use as often, but I use often enough that I want them easily accessible. It's also some of my overflow for extras of things. So like my my cleaning solution, my stamp cleaning solution. I have the Hero Arts Ultra Clean here. I also have a couple of different embossing powder tools here as well. I have another spray bottle of water. I have a extra little towel there, some foam, and then I have my ink stands are housed over here. So I have 3 different ones of those. Those are housed over here. I have a bunch of extra, foam. Let me take that off. That I have, that's already pre-cut and ready to go. So I have that stashed down here and some other pieces. I have some extra bottles that I have that I'll use, you know, like maybe for alcohol inks or other little spray bottles and stuff. Have those down here. And then I have these 6 containers, which house a lot of my leftover die cuts and foil pieces that I have made that I have left over. So for instance, in this container, there are a lot of the butterflies, both foiled and inked up, from the Pink Fresh Studio butterfly collection. And then in this one, I have a lot of the foiled sentiments from the Pink Fresh Studio foil plate. And I have, in here, I also have extra that are blank so that I can be able to easily create dimension on the sentiment. So I have, and you can see a bunch of different foil colors: silver, black, gold, and rose gold, and so on. So I have those in there. This is some happy birthday sentiments, and you know, on from there. So that's what I have, these little small containers. And I think, where did I get those containers? Might have been Michael's dollar section or a office supply store. I don't even remember where I picked those up. But they're found in various different places. And then I also have a one of the what is this? Positively, I forgot exactly what this thing is. It's from Simon Says Stamp, but it's like their heat tool, and you can put ink pads on it to hold them still, and you can put hot items on it to cool down, and so forth and so on. And then way in the back here, I have a couple of these tins with some mini ink cubes in them. So I have one with Hero Arts, actually 2 Hero Arts mini ink cubes. And then I have one that I've started for Simon Says Stamps. Most of these ink cubes came in card kits that I've purchased. So that's where they came from. So yeah, so I have the mini ink cubes in little kits back there. And they're easy to pull out and use and then put away for storage. So that's the second row. So on this third and final shelf is a lot of remaining items from my Bible journaling and my planning. So I have some washi tape, rings of washi tape back there. I have all sorts of Bible journaling supplies that I've purchased and printed out, enamel hearts, stamps, all kinds of things. All of this is for my Bible journaling. And then I have in these little bags like markers and things that I use in my Bible journaling. So what are these? I think these are the Faber-Castell. Yep, Faber-Castell pit markers. Some of those in there. And then colored pencils. Some traveler's notebooks for our Bible journaling, and just scripture reading and writing. So I keep a lot of that there. And then I also keep my roll of Glad press and seal, because that has been an amazing trick and tip that I learned from Jennifer McGuire on being able to lay and align, lay out the item, my die cuts and things, and then pick it up with the press and seal to have it stay exactly the way that I want it. So here we are again. I'm going to start at the bottom, shelf 3, shelf 2, and then shelf 1. I hope you all have enjoyed this tour of my craft cart. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you have a craft cart or some sort of tool kit sitting next to your desk where you craft that you like to keep the things that you like to have on hand and easily access. Thank you again for joining me for this video on my YouTube channel. You can always find me on Instagram and Facebook at The Delta Crafter, as well as on my website, thedeltacrafter.com. Again, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy!